I had been shopping in Newton, bought groceries and stuff, and I usually come home down Highway 50 and down Ridge because we live right on this end of town. But I knew that there was construction on 50 and you would be stopped for up to 10 minutes. So I decided to get off on Meridian and come down Meridian 81. And I noticed after the stop sign or stop light at First Street that there was a car right behind me. Didn't think much of it because it's a busy street. And I thought he was following pretty close. When we got to 12th Street, I thought, well, he'll pass me as soon as we get past this. And he did. He passed me really fast and speeded up, and so I started speeding up. And all of a sudden, I saw his brake lights go on. And it took me a little bit to realize he'd come to a dead stop and that he was partially into the center of the road. And so I slammed on my brakes because I knew I couldn't get around him. And by the time I had come to a dead stop, he'd gotten out of his vehicle, and I saw that he had an assault gun, a big gun. It wasn't just a small rifle or pistol, or not a rifle, not just a small pistol. It was a big, they call it FK-44 or whatever. And I just thought, I'm dead. That was my first impulse. He came within about a foot of my driver's side window and tried to motion for me. I had the radio on. Tried to motion for me to get out of the car. And I hesitated and I kind of shook my head slowly that I wasn't going to do that. And I saw him lift up his gun and I knew he was going to shoot. I just knew. And so my first impulse was lay down. And so I was laid to the side and laid straight over the console onto the other seat, like that. And I heard the gun as I was going down. And I thought, well, he'll shoot me again in the back, because I realized that he had missed me. But he didn't. And after laying in bed, I thought, well, I'll get up and look. And he had walked a ways away, 10 feet or so, and he was reloading or redoing his gun. And at the same time, there was several vehicles, I think a car and a pickup, coming from the other side, the other lane. And his attention got moved to them, and he started walking toward them. And he was walking with his gun in his arm in their lane, so that they had to stop too. And I thought, this is my chance. I put the car in reverse, and I started backing up, and I went about 100 feet, and I thought, I can't go all the way to 12th Street. I was too shaken. So I quickly turned, made a right turn, and tried to make a U-E. And the minute I got in the other lane, I just sped through the stop sign. In the first housing area there, I took off, went into it to get away from him. That was my impulse, to get away, and I kept watching so he wouldn't follow. And then I came to a corner and I stopped, and then I finally had my phone out and I tried calling I understand now it's 911, but I called 919, and it shows on my phone I tried, I don't know, 3-4 times. And Verizon kept saying they couldn't get through. Well, I realized now I was dialing the wrong numbers. So I called my daughter-in-law, told her what happened. And while I was on the phone with her, I heard the sirens. And I thought, oh, he shot the other car too. And so I went right back. I was just a block off of 12th. Went right back to 12th, and I saw the police coming from one way and the ambulance from the other, and I just went to the corner, and I was just exhausted emotionally, and I just stopped. And they immediately saw that I had been hit. And so wait, there's someone here. And so I stopped, and of course the police and the emergency people came and checked me over and made sure I was okay. So that was a relief. Then I knew I could relax, at least know that help was on the way. I felt protected at that moment. And then I kept hearing on their radios that there was wounded, and I kept telling him, I'm okay, go on. But a policeman did stay with me till my daughter-in-law got there. But the Lord took care of me. I give all the credit to God, because that was my instinct, and I think He gave it to me. And I just praise God that I'm alive. I'm a miracle, walking miracle.